Hello Foxes, today's guide is a 1 to 99 full-ass fletching guide, simplified. Just want to say a quick thank you to you guys for making this a very fun and enjoyable journey for me, so thank you. Alright, so quests. A lot of your early levels can be skipped by doing quests. If you do the first 3 quests listed, you'll get 3,262 XP, taking you from level 1 to level 18. The last 2 have higher requirements, but if done will grant you 10,812 XP and will take you up to level 30. Since fletching can be done while doing a bunch of different activities, like questing, agility, and hunter, it's considered a passively trained skill, and thusly our sections for today's guide will be zero-time methods, semi-zero-time methods, and other methods. Starting with zero-time methods. Darts. This is the easiest as it requires 2 clicks, gives good XP, and doesn't interrupt action. This can be an expensive option though, as it's recommended to buy the materials from the GE, whichever dart type's tip, and the feathers. If you're going to be smithing your own dart tips, then you must complete the tourist trap quest. Bolts. This option is the same as darts, but it offers less XP and isn't always viable due to low supply or buy limits on the GE. You make these by using unfinished bolts with feathers. Of course, you can always smith your own unfinished bolts, but it would decrease XP rates. These methods are meant to be passive. A great example is doing agility and dart tips at the same time. Agility requires 0 bag space, making it easy to bring dart tips and feathers or unfinished bolts and feathers and make them in between each obstacle as you run, as it doesn't interrupt you. And that's just one example of zero-time fletching. Semi-zero-time methods. These methods here open up a dialog box, which makes it less ideal for some skills like agility, but requires less clicking as it makes them in sets. Dart tipping. These are quite costly usually, and because of buy limits and low supplies on the GE, it's harder to have consistency with this training method. You can also add tips to dragon bolts, but this not only requires a large amount of capital, but it usually requires a large amount of time as well. Arrows. This method requires that you attach arrowheads to shafts to make arrows. It's recommended to buy your supplies from the GE to save time and increase XP rates. These arrows can be used to train range down the road. Javelins. This method is similar to arrows in that you need to attach javelin heads to javelin shafts. The XP rates are comparable to arrows, and in my opinion, arrows are more useful. A great example for semi-zero time fletching would be chopping the tentacle while doing trawler. There is a ton of downtime and it takes 0 bag space, so you're free to bring logs and a knife and fletch them into arrow shafts, bows, or even shields if you want, all while waiting for the Kraken's tentacle to pop back up, or you could do it after you've reached 50 points and are waiting for the minigame to end. Other methods. Levels 1 to 5, headless arrows. Combining feathers to an arrow shaft can be a profitable method and grants 15 XP per action. You can create arrow shafts by using a knife on a log. Levels 1 to 5 or 10, arrow shafts. You'll need a knife and logs for this method. This gives you 5 XP per log, which means you will need 78 logs. It's quick, easy, and very useful if you plan on making your own arrows later on. Levels 5 to 99, bows. This is a very slow method, but it's usually cheap and or profitable in comparison to its predecessors. This chart assumes that 1,700 bows are fletched per hour, and 2,450 bows are strung per hour. Levels 40 to 80, battle staves. This requires a knife. You need 1 piece of celestial spark to fletch battle staves, which grants 80 XP per. This is actually a faster method than fletching bows at this level. At level 80, it's more experience per action to fletch magic short bows. You would need 24,361 Celestial Spark to get from level 40 to 80, and would take you roughly 18 hours, which is 110,000 XP per hour. Level 92 to 99, Redwood Shields. If you don't want to fletch bows, you can fletch Redwood Shields at level 92. Make sure you have your knife, as you'll need to use it on redwood logs to make your shields. You'll need 2 redwood logs per shield, and it grants 216 XP per. It will be 60,346 redwood logs needed to get from level 92 to 99, and taking roughly 38.5 hours, which would be 168,000 XP per hour. Alright guys, that's all I have for you this time. Thanks for watching.